Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In today's video, from physics subject, motion topic we are going to continue. So in yesterday's class, we were discussing about acceleration. So acceleration means rate of change of velocity or the change of velocity in unit time is called acceleration. Here delta V bar stands for change of velocity. So A bar acceleration vector equal to delta V bar change of velocity vector by time. So change of velocity is also can also be written as final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. So here u is the initial velocity, v bar is the final velocity. So acceleration, it is also a vector because it depends on change of velocity, which is a vector, and the direction of acceleration will be in the direction of change in velocity. So dimensional formula of acceleration is m0 L1 t minus 2. Its SI unit is meter per second square, or abbreviated as m by s square. So we have also discussed about average acceleration. Average acceleration means, so whenever the velocity of a body changes as time passes or with respect to time, then we can say that the body is accelerated. When the velocity changes, we can tell that body is going to be accelerated. If the velocity is constant, then it will be moving with uniform velocity. At that time, acceleration will be 0. If the velocity changes, body is said to be accelerated, and from the beginning to final, the velocity will change. So average acceleration can be calculated by using the formula v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. With this formula, we can calculate the average acceleration. So about instantaneous also we have discussed already. So instantaneous acceleration means at that particular instant, during very small interval of time, which is dt. D stands for very small. During very small interval of time, dv, very small change of velocity happened in that particular small interval of time, is called instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration, where a equal to dv by dt. Here d stands for, delta stands for, delta v means normal change, considerable amount of change. dv means very small interval, very small change. So instantaneous acceleration means dv by dt. Okay, children. Next about uniform acceleration, or it is also called as constant acceleration. So if the velocity of a body change by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be in uniform acceleration or constant acceleration. So if the velocity of a uniformly accelerated body changes from u to v, then its acceleration is given by a equal to v minus u by t or v equal to u plus at. Suppose at point A, the velocity is 10 meter per second. At point B, velocity is 20 meter per second. For going from point A to point B, it might have taken 10 seconds. Again, at point C, velocity is 30 meter per second. Again, B to C, time taken is 10 seconds. If you again from C to D, the velocity at d is 40 meter per second. Again, time interval between c and d is 10 seconds. If you observe 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, 30, 40, velocity is changing continuously. Velocity is changing continuously. So the body is accelerating. But what kind of acceleration it is showing? 10 to 20, change of velocity 10 meter per second. In how much time? 10 seconds. Again, 20 to 30, change of velocity 10 meter per second, 10 seconds. Again, change of velocity 10 meter per second, 10 seconds. Means in same intervals of time, same amount of velocity is changing, or in equal intervals of time, equal amount of velocity is changing, equal amount of acceleration the body is showing. So this kind of acceleration is called uniform acceleration or constant acceleration. So in this case, as the time interval is constant and the velocity gap, increase of velocity is also constant. So to find the acceleration, we can remove these two, 20 minus 10, 20 minus 10 by 10, means 10 meter per second by 10 seconds, which is equal to 1 meter per second. So acceleration in this cases, we can calculate with the help of formula v minus u by t, where if you take any instant, suppose 10 to 20, v is 20, u is 10, t is 10 seconds. Or t will go this side, it will become at, u will go that side, it will become plus u. So we can also write it as v equal to u plus at. V equal to u plus at. Next one. So non-uniform acceleration. If the velocity of a body changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time, suppose point A, B, C, D, E is there. Here time gap 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Beginning velocity 10, here velocity 20, here velocity 30, here velocity 50, here velocity 70. If you observe here, 10 meter per second, 10 seconds, 10 meter per second, 10 seconds. Up to here it is okay. But after that, 30 to 50, 20 meter per second, 10 seconds, 20 meter per second, 10 seconds. Means the change of velocity in equal intervals of time is not same throughout its journey. It may be same for in the beginning seconds, or after some seconds it may be same, but throughout the journey we have to consider. Throughout the journey, its change of velocity is not constant. So it is possessing non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration means unequal amounts of velocity change will happen in equal intervals of time, or we can also call it as equal change of velocity in unequal intervals of time. In this way also we can define, but one quantity change should be equal, another quantity should be unequal, so then it is called non-uniform acceleration. Next one, we have about deceleration. So if the speed of the particle decreases with time, so we can say that it is decelerating, or it is possessing retardation or deceleration. If the speed of the particle, velocity of the particle decreases with time, we can say that deceleration or retardation. It is also called as negative acceleration. It is also acceleration, but it is negative acceleration. It is called negative acceleration. Means the acceleration of the body opposite to that of velocity, opposite to change of velocity. So then the body decelerates. So it is denoted by the symbol minus a, because negative acceleration means minus a. Or sometimes, suppose deceleration is 10 meter per second square, we can represent it as minus k equal to 10 meter per second square. Sometimes what they do means they will represent a equal to minus 10 meter per second square. Like that also we can represent. Next one. So for uniformly accelerated bodies or a motion which is uniformly accelerated, for that kind of motions, some equations are applicable. Some equations of motion are applicable. Some equations of motion are applicable. So there are three equations which establish the relationship of uniform acceleration A with the initial velocity u, final velocity v, time in t, distance covered s. So whenever a body is moving with uniform acceleration, in the beginning it will have some initial velocity. When we apply force, its velocity will increase, its velocity changes to v. Means there is change of velocity, means it is having acceleration a. This change will happen in some time t, and it will cover some displacement s during this time. So we are mainly involved with five quantities: u, v, a, t, s. u, v, a, t, s. The relation between these five quantities is given by mainly three equations. These three equations, they establish relationship between these five quantities. So they are called equations of motion, and they are applicable to only uniformly accelerated bodies. Uniformly accelerated bodies. In that first one, children. So first equation of motion, to prove v equal to u plus at. To prove v equal to u plus at. So consider a body having initial velocity u and acted upon by uniform acceleration a for time t, such that final velocity of the body is v. Final velocity of the body is v. So now acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. Acceleration formula, change in velocity by time. So acceleration equal to change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. So acceleration a equal to final velocity we can keep v, initial velocity we can keep u, time we can keep t, v minus u by t. A equal to v minus u by t, or v minus u equal to at, or v equal to u plus at. This is first equation of motion. In the absence of displacement, if you want to relate four other quantities, then we can use this equation. If three quantities are known, remaining one quantity, unknown quantity, we can find with the help of this equation. Next, second equation. Second equation, to prove s equal to ut plus half at square. So consider a body having initial velocity u acted upon uniform acceleration a for time t, and its final velocity, let it be v, and distance covered, let it be s. Now, what is the formula for average velocity? average velocity means final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. So the formula for average velocity is final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. Final velocity is v, initial velocity is u, v plus u by 2. But the distance covered is, the formula for distance covered is, what is its average velocity into time. With what average velocity it has traveled, how much time it has traveled. If you do the product, then we will get distance covered. But distance covered, if you represent with s, but average velocity already we have defined it as v plus u by 2. So in the place of average velocity, we can keep v plus u by 2 into t. Again, in the place of v, we can keep u plus at. So u plus at plus u by 2. U plus u, 2u. 2u by 2 plus at by 2 into t. So 2 gets cancelled here. If you multiply with t, s equal to t into u, ut. This by 2 can be written as half a t into t square. So s equal to ut plus half at square. This is the second equation. We have to understand how we have derived the equation, children. After that, no need of all this derivation. Just you have to remember this equation. This is second equation of motion. In the absence of v, because there is no v here, in the absence of final velocity, the relation between s, u, t and a is given by 4 quantities. S equal to ut plus half at square. First equation, v equal to u plus at in the absence of s. Next one, we have third equation. So v square minus u square equal to 2as. So consider a body having initial velocity u, moving with the uniform acceleration a for time t, final velocity v, distance covered is s. For all the equations of motion, the situation is same. So from already we have derived two equations, s equal to ut plus half at square, v equal to u plus at. With these two, let's derive the third equation of motion. If you take v equal to u plus at, if you square on both sides, it will become v square equal to u plus at whole square, or v square equal to u square plus 2u at plus a square t square, according to a plus b whole square formula, which is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is a square, this is b square, this is 2ab. So u square will come this side, v square minus u square equal to, from these two, here, there is no 2 here, we can write into 2 by 2, so that value does not changes. From these two, if 2 is taken common and a is taken common, here ut will remain. Here in 2 by 2, 1 2 went out, by 2 means 1 by 2 will remain. Out of a square, 1a went out, 1a will remain, 8 square. So this is the third formula. Or this is called s, because this is called s. So v square minus u square equal to 2as. This is the third formula. So in the absence of time, we will make use of this equation. Next, let's discuss some solved problems based on these equations of motion. Problem 1. 1 minute, children. Here, children, a marble rolling on a smooth floor has an initial velocity of 0.4 meter per second. If the floor offers a retardation of 0.02 meter per second square, calculate the time in which it will come to rest. We have a smooth floor. We have a smooth floor. On that, marble is rolling. Marble is rolling. It has a initial velocity of 0.4 meter per second square, and the floor tries to stop the marble, and floor is offering a retardation, means minus a. Retardation means decrease of velocity. Because of floor, the marble velocity will slowly decrease, and finally it will stop at some position. It will stop at some position. Now question is, in how much time it will come to rest? Initial velocity 0.4 meter per second. So finally it is coming to rest. So final velocity is 0. They have not given, but according to condition, we have to take final velocity as 0. And retardation, they have given minus a. Retardation 0.02 meter per second square given. Retardation means minus a. Or we can take a equal to, minus will come this side, minus 0.02 meter per second square. Now time we have to find. So here we have UVA. UVA values, we have to find T. So there is no need of S. In the absence of S, we have a formula V equal to U plus AT, where V equal to 0, U initial velocity 0.4, A minus 0.02 into T. So this will come left hand side. It will become plus 0.02 into T equal to 0.4, or T equal to 0.4 by 0.02. 0.4 by 0.02. There is no place here, we can keep 0. Point after two decimal places, point after 2 decimal places. We can remove the point. It will become 40 by 2. 2 decimal places we have to take. 2 decimal places, 02 means it is nothing but 2. 220 times 40. So time value 20 seconds. In 20 seconds, the marble will come to stop in 20 seconds. Next one, problem 2. A motorbike initially moving at 18 km per hour. Initially, it is the initial speed U, 18 km per hour. Accelerate means it is accelerating, its velocity is changing, or its acceleration is given by 5 meter per second square for 5 seconds. With this acceleration, it has moved for 5 seconds. Next, calculate the distance covered by it from start in this 5 seconds. Final velocity after this 5 seconds, that we have to calculate. But here, initial speed is in kilometer per hour, acceleration in meter is in meter per second square. So, but all units should be in SI system. That's why kilometer per hour also to be converted into meter per second. So initial velocity of the bike 18 km per hour. So how to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second means, kilometer per hour value we have to multiply with 5 by 18, then it will turn into meter per second. 18 cancel, 5 meter per second. So 5 meter per second. Final velocity V we have to calculate. Acceleration A 5 meter per second square they have given. Time value 5 seconds, it is given in the question. V to be calculated. So distance covered, S also to be calculated. So S we can calculate it with the formula S ut plus half at square, where U value 5, T value 5, half A value 5, T value 5, all values 5. 5 into 5, 25, 5 square, 25 into 5, 125, 125 by 2, 125 by 2, 62.5, 25 plus 62.5, 87.5 meters. So for finding final velocity formula, u plus kt, 5 plus 5 into 5, 5 plus 5 into 5, 25, 5 plus 25, 30 meter per second. So Kichana, so remaining topics we can learn in our next video, or we can discuss in our next video. Okay, Jaran, that's all for today. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. Please visit our website www.aimstudy.in for information regarding previous online classes, quizzes, worksheets, activities, English classes, coding skills. Thank you, children. Have a good day.